Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Morris Hills High School, where tonight the Scarlet Knights host their crosstown rivals, the Morris Knolls Golden Eagles, here on the Match of the Week on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. John Kovach, Matt Side with Donald J. Brower. Don, this place has been buzzing for the entire time we've been here.
Yeah, this has been a ruckus crowd, so they are going and they're ready to roll here.
Morris Knolls comes in 15-4, winners of 6 straight, 13 of their last 14, 10th in the Morris County tournament. The host Scarlet Knights 9-12. They've won 2 straight, 3 of their last 4. We're starting at 106 tonight. We are trying to work off of the sheets. We are opposite the scorer's table. And the announcements are really having a hard time getting through. We do know at 106 that this is...
It should be Lombardi.
Dom Lombardi from Hills, Dominic Laterio of Knolls. Laterio going for the pin early. The student section right on top of us, Don.
Yeah, they're raucous. Both sides are raucous. Trying to settle in and get the pin here.
We're starting at 106. Laterio has a 3-0 lead. He's trying to push this takedown to a pin. Gets 4 near fall.
I got confirmation from the student section that it is Laterio.
Beautiful.
We've got confirmation that it was Lombardi.
Always get a second source, you young journalists out there.
Everybody's too busy looking on Wikipedia and getting their sources there.
Exactly. Get a verifiable source. So we've got a takedown. That long pin attempt by Laterio. He got 4 back points. He's got a 7-0 lead. As we come up on 15 seconds to go, we're going to have a stoppage. I thought he was going to finish that.
You know, I'll tell you, I thought he was stuck there too. It's a great job by Lombardi fighting off his back, especially early on. Knolls, obviously, you know, crosstown champ. It's not like it's too far away. I mean, realistically, I think they could have jogged here. That's how close the schools are. I don't even see a bus outside, so maybe they did rent for their warm-ups. They ran here. But, this, you know, they want to obviously shut down the other side. Packed gym on a Friday night. Moved it back. This was a huge day for Hills and Knolls. Youth programs wrestled, JV, alumni night. You know, we'll get a chance to look at them over there. But behind the Hills bench, tons of alumni from Morris Hills. Well, obviously it has to be past. I don't think there's any future alumni there. I mean, there's some little kids there that might be future alumni. But, you know, they obviously showing out, and they want to win this rivalry, win that big trophy you could see over there.
Escape for Laterio makes it 8-0. What struck me getting ready for this match, Don, is how tight the matches between these two have been as Laterio swings around. And that for the last 4 years, they've alternated wins. Hills won last year 40-25. Year before that, Knolls 34-27. Year before that, Hills 35-27.
So they've won in the opposite gym.
Year before that, Knolls 41-27. They run into that starts a run of 3 straight Knolls wins. Hills had won it in 2017, 2018. We've got a warning.
2 of the best referees out there, Piazza and Gary Kissel. Hall of Famer just got inducted into the Morris County Hall of Fame, if I remember correctly.
Congratulations to him. 11-0 the score now. You had a takedown there.
Had a warning for stalling there.
Yep. 11-0 the score in favor of Laterio of Knolls. Knolls is in the black with green and gold. Hills in the gray with red, befitting of the Scarlet Knights. Our title sponsors tonight are Bell, Shivas & Bell, attorneys at law, and Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar. Also supporting us locally tonight, Harmony Heating Vercoterie Santos Padilla of Century 21 Crystal Realty, Hibernia Diner, Missy's Main Street Cafe, 100% chiropractic, and as always, helping us bring you the best in New Jersey high school wrestling all year long, Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee.
Well, I don't know about if you just saw another stalling, so 1 point awarded to Lombardi there.
No, I was doing the reads.
2 stallings on Laterio in that round. Period. Now he's going to take neutral. He's going to go in for a shot, see if he can finish it off here.
11-1. Laterio is 4 points, 5 points from a tech fall.
2
Got
points.
3 right there.
Right as you said it.
It's been that kind of night, Don. I've been behind the curve, just behind the curve.
We'll see if he doesn't turn him here. Maybe he lets him up and then takes him down.
I would at this point. Just let him up. And there's an escape for Lombardi. I mean, I would have just cut him by now and taken the shot.
Well, did they not give him the 1 there? I thought they did. I thought he let him up and they gave him the 1, or did he not clear that?
Yeah, I got 14-2 is what I had.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if they did because I was like, oh, okay, wait a minute.
I've got 14-2. The board's got 14-2. I'm as unofficial as you get.
That should be it right there. And that's it.
There it is.
Your winner, giving this team 5 points, Morris Knolls, Laterio. Hey, if somebody wanted to watch this, follow us on social media, John, how do they do that?
You can follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram at Garden State HS Wrestling, Garden State HS Wrestling on YouTube as well. We move on to 113. Should be Adam Molina for Knolls.
This is going to be Johnny Vasquez for Hills.
Again, we are across the mat from the scorer's table. So we are not able, we're kind of confirming these as we can.
Takedown there by Molina.
Molina with an early 3-0 lead. Stoppage for out of bounds, 33 seconds into the first period. Referee's position. Vasquez drives him forward. Molina stands, tries to peel his way out of it. They're both out of bounds. We'll get a stoppage and a restart.
As you can see, when we went out there, all the alumni behind the Morris Hills bench. It's like 4, 5, 6, 7 deep back there.
It really, I walked back there briefly, and it's crowded. Working again toward the edge. Molina peels his way out of it.
Vasquez peels his way out.
Thank you, my mistake. Vasquez peels his way out.
You know, we were talking about it before we went on the air, too. Obviously, who's green, who's red. What if they threw a switch on us and said, hey, Knolls, you're going to be red and Hills are going to be green?
I'm always afraid of that. 3-1 the score in this match. 5-0 the team score in favor of visiting Morris Knolls. Working high. We're inside 30 seconds in the first period. Molina showing a little more aggression right there. Gets the single leg. Drives down. He's got to finish this to get the points. He's got 7 seconds to do it. I don't know that he can finish it the way his head's stuck there now.
Yeah, he's kind of tight. No, they gave it to him.
Got it. 6-1 in favor of Molina of Morris Knolls after the first period at 113. John Kovach, Donald J. Brower coming to you from Matt's side at Morris Hills High School.
I was a little shocked they gave that to him there.
I was too.
It was on the fence. Like it could have been going either way.
It could have gone either way.
I was shocked with that last second they wound up giving it to him.
Control was. You can make the case if you want to that control wasn't clearly established.
But you could also make the case that it did because he came across the hips and textbook takedown.
Molina on top, working with the 6-0 lead. Vasquez peels his way out, his second escape, makes it 6-2. Again, we started at 106, so we're on the old school numerical order here. Another shot by Molina, the single leg, pulls that right leg in, keeps driving forward, but Vasquez has a chance for a cradle here. He's got his leg across the top, too.
Molina has to pick up his head here. Might get a stalemate here, unless Molina could come across, or Vasquez could come across the back.
I don't know how they're going to get out of this without a stalemate. Molina has a 3 there for Vasquez. Makes it 6-5. He trails by 1. Powering up and escaping is Molina to make it 7-5. We're inside 30 seconds in the second period. Another shot by Molina. He's got the left leg now. Taking a high. 10 seconds in the period. Molina trying to work from his knees.
See if he can get something here. He's trying to get both legs. Short time. I don't think he's going to get it.
Little bit of a sprawl at the end to prevent the takedown. 7-5. Molina leads by 2 going into the third period at 113 pounds. And Molina will start on bottom. Nope.
They'll go neutral. They'll let him go neutral. Give the point. That makes sense. Why wait and hold off? Give him a shot. See if you can get on the feet. Right. You're only down by a takedown here.
Right, 100%.
I never understood that with the new takedown rule. A lot of guys who are up top, if they're down, just let the guy up and then try to take him down. Like if you're not going to get a turn, you're only wasting time and you're helping him.
Or just start neutral.
100%.
Just start neutral.
If you're on top and you're down by at least 2, he's going to get out. Say he gets out with a minute left. Now you have a minute to try to get a takedown when you can work everything else.
If you spent 4 minutes working single legs like that, why not start neutral? And there's 3 more for Molina. Opens his lead up to 11-5.
Packed gym on a Friday night here. This is the thing to do in this town tonight. Rivalry match, alumni night, youth night. I mean, this is insane tonight. And not only that, we found out today, our coverage coming up. We thought we weren't going to be doing anything possibly till Wednesday. We're going to be covering the first round and semifinals of North 1 Group 4 from Mount Olive this Monday. You'll be on the call on one, Matt. I'll be on the other. And then when we go to the semifinal match, we're going to come in and combo it and have some fun. I mean,
I'm really excited for that.
That's going to be a really good one because if take nothing away from the other 2 teams, but if that's a matchup and a rematch of last year with Group 4, Ridge and Mount Olive, which we assume it's going to be. Take nothing away from the other 2 teams, but we kind of assume that's how it's going to be. It's going to be a great matchup.
Point awarded to Vasquez, makes it 11-5. With
11-6.
11-6, excuse me, you are correct. 20 seconds to go.
Now, Vasquez should be pushing up a little bit, not only for the shots. He knows Molina has 2 stall warnings against him. Am I correct?
I think you're right.
I thought I saw 2, unless I'm getting confused with the last match.
I think he has 1.
Okay.
Out of bounds. We're going to restart with a 1.5 seconds left. So we've got Mount Olive, Ridge.
You put me on the spot with the other two teams.
I'll
don't
look
know.
them up. I'm sorry.
We'll have to
Don.
look them up. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think one's Ridgewood.
11-6, the decision for Molina of Knolls, and an 8-0 lead for the Golden Eagles as we move on to 120. I'm sorry, Don. Well, we'll get that. We'll look
No
at
problem. Let's talk a little bit about our local sponsors. Who are some of the people helping us bring this action today?
Title sponsors tonight are Bell, Shivers & Bell, attorneys at law, and Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar. Local sponsors are Harmony Heating, Darconery Santos Padilla of Century 21 Crystal Realty, the Hibernia Diner, Missy's Main Street Cafe, and 100% Chiropractic. 120 pounds up now. Again, we're trying to get the names as quickly as we can. We can't hear anything over the crowd. We believe it's Patrick Acevedo for Hills, who's opened up with a 3-0 lead with that takedown.
We have confirmation. It is Acevedo.
Against?
Werner. Justin Werner.
So Justin Werner with the escape. It's 3-1 now with a little less than a minute and a half left in the first period. Don really hustling here to get these names and get them up in the graphic. So we try to verify who's wrestling here.
It's tough because it's not like a tournament where we know who's in the finals. You can set it up. You know, they're going to bump the lineup around. So, yeah, you announce somebody at, 144. But, like, for example, if you look at the weigh-in sheet or the announcements, Morris Knolls sent 2 wrestlers out for 138, and whoever wrestles for one is going to wrestle. The other one's going to wrestle for 144.
Right.
And then the announcer, I don't know if he's, eating the microphone or what he's doing over there.
I think it's the crowd noise.
It's part of that, but I can't hear anything.
Big mat return there by Acevedo. Doubles his lead to 6-1. And he's
3.
trying to work a turn.
Gets 3 back points, 9-1.
Coming up on 20 seconds to go in the first period. We're at 120 pounds. We started at 106, like in olden times.
Yeah, that was back when I wrestled. They didn't start at any weight other than 106.
Exactly.
You got to get a fat guy time to warm up back when I was wrestling. Now like, it was like, oh, you go out of heavyweight. I'm like, I'm not ready.
There's a buffet.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta go take some early morning food.
9-2.
And even though Knolls has won both matches, realistically, you're a good bonus point pin away from being right in this match.
Absolutely. You're a tech fall, a pin, and you're within range of a regular decision. (9-2) the score in favor of Patrick Acevedo of Morris Hills. He's in the gray with red. Against Justin Werner of Knolls in the green and gold.
Werner a little more aggressive, but Acevedo doing a great job here.
I like the way Acevedo moves.
One thing you got to watch, I'm looking at Acevedo here. He's got to watch because he's really not doing anything here. He might get banged with a stalling here.
He might get banged with a stall. Also, I think he keeps his legs a little close.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Like right now, see how close he is?
He goes in on a shot there.
He's going to get these 3 and open up a 12-2 lead.
Werner went for a throw. Acevedo came around the back end. There's nothing wrong with that. When you're down that big, you got to take a couple chances.
No. Absolute right, Chet, and another escape. A little cut there by Acevedo. But Werner had to take a chance. And Acevedo's just good enough to scramble and out of that.
And the funny part is, if this is a 0-0 match, I don't think Warner's going for that type of move.
No.
As he's in here on a shot.
The Hills student section letting everybody know that Acevedo is a freshman. Thanks, guys.
We're going to make sure we don't listen too much to the student section. That's gotten Jared, the podcasting legend, some 8 a.m. Emails the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just glad I'm able to talk. Last couple days, you've heard. I got my voice back finally.
You finally did. I mean, your morning gave up the morning cup of glass routine.
I must have been like morning. I stopped going with the fiberglass coffee in the morning, and then my 6-pack of non-filtered cigarettes before noon.
Absolutely. My morning cup of Drano, and
yeah,
I'm good to go. Half a minute into the third period, 12-3 to lead for Acevedo of Morris Hills.
Acevedo in on a shot, gets around.
There's 3, and a 15-3 lead. He's a takedown away from a tech fall. And like you said, tightening this match right up.
What's interesting is, looking at the score here, if you don't think you can turn him, let him up and take him down again. It's over.
I'm thinking the same thing. Cuts him there.
Oh, now it'll be
15-4.
Okay, math works.
Math am hard.
Yes. Take him down again if you can.
Nice spin.
It's an interesting pair of teams. Knolls, won their conference. They have some of the bigger stars when it comes to it. Hills may be a little deeper overall. So if Hills can win some of these toss-up matches, that could be the difference.
This is on track, unless there's a change. This is on track for a major. If Acevedo can keep the lead to 8 or more, and he's at 11 now, he can make it an 8-4 team score. He's going to get another. They're not giving it. Time runs out. 15-4 is the final. A major decision for Patrick Acevedo. And he cuts the Knolls lead in half, 8-4. Bell, Shivas, and Bell, attorneys at law, experience, trust, results. They're at 150 Mineral Springs Drive in Rockaway, New Jersey, 07866. Moving on to 126. Looks to be Ethan Smolinski for Morris Hills. In the gray.
It looks like it's Board.
Michael Board. Don will be confirming that, but it looks to be Smolinski in the gray, Board in the green and gold. No score early on at 126 pounds. Board swings his hips around and gets a three-point takedown with about a minute left in the first period. Trying to chop the arm hard, trying to get a turn early.
It's Gomes from Knolls.
Gomes.
Once again, somebody from 120. They bumped him up. It's hard to hear, especially with some of the,
Yeah, and they're pushing the matches quick, which it's fun. We're good with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
But
keep pushing them.
When you've got the crowd noise, like you had after Hills picked up its first win of the night, you can't hear the call.
That's ultimately why I like, especially when we do stuff like this, sitting next
Exactly.
to the head table.
Yeah. Gomes chops the arm and turns Smolinski, but now Smolinski works it to his advantage. No points. They roll out of bounds. It remains 3-0 in favor of Gomes of Morris Knolls in the green and gold. He'll start on top as we start the second period.
They're not saying Hills wants the escape. I don't think it was there.
Now a stoppage to discuss it. I think they're also discussing, is this a restart after the stoppage out of bounds, or is this the start of the second period?
I think they're saying it's the start of the second period now.
That's the impression I'm operating under since it says 2 on the clock. And Gomes aggressive out of the top position. He is violently trying to chop that right arm out from under Smolinski.
I have not seen violent chops like that since Ronnie Garvin versus Ric Flair.
Woo!
Set you up for that one.
Nice reference, though.
Come on, you know I got to pull those out.
Oh, yeah. Turned by Smolinski, but Gomes turns it right back, and they're right back in almost the same position they were in. The man with the hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin.
And they threw the chops completely different. It was great. Overhand chop, side, still make your chest look like hamburger.
There was an escape there, but it's not up on the board yet. I saw one with the red band, but they have not posted that. This might be 3-2.
No, I think it's 3-1 because it was 3-0 at the end. They didn't give him the
You're
one
right,
at the end.
You're right. So it is 3-1. Board is correct. My mistake. They're going to stalemate that.
Got a little blood time here. Injury. Blood.
Well, they got to untangle Smolinski from his headgear, too, which is down around his jaw and his neck and everywhere other than where it's supposed to be. He's slow getting up, too. Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar, 68 East Route 46 in Rockaway, New Jersey. Check out their menu at brick46.com. Give them a call at 973-625-4900. Did we get confirmation?
We did. It's Smolinski.
Own a local business? Become a sponsor. You can still sponsor team pages and live streams. We're coming up on state level competition. We've got a few extra matches now thrown in on Monday. Click on your logo here or email admin@gardenstatehswrestling.com. We'll get right back to you with information on how to reach fans of the best wrestling coverage in the state of New Jersey.
Let us turn those cents into dollars. GardenStateHSWrestling.com will provide the most high school wrestling coverage in the postseason coming up. I mean, we got multiple matches we have lined up for sectional finals. I think we have 4 districts, 3 regions, other ones as well that we're in the market for. So lots of coverage coming up.
3-1 after 2 in favor of Gomes,
I think.
Gomes, I'm sorry, of Morris Knolls. He starts on bottom. Smolinski in the gray for Morris Hills on top. We're at Morris Hills High School, home of the Scarlet Knights.
Gomes has got to do that again. He's got to get up on his toes like this and shake forward. But Smolinski's doing a great job wrapping those legs around and breaking him down.
Yes, Smolinski's riding him well.
Gomes wants to get up there and shake him forward and then try to escape from the back or get some advantage here. Similar to what he's doing now, trying to grab that arm, pull down, break it down, and come around if he can.
But the way the legs are grapevined here by Smolinski is making that impossible. There he peels him right off the top.
Cleared it right there, gets the 2. Going to make this 5-1.
I think that's the first reversal that I've seen taking a guy off over your head.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a couple of them during the season, but just shaking him off like that, as you see the chops again, you know, that's, especially when you're like that, people always think you got to stand straight up. No, like a lot of times if you want to get out and you want to do something like that, you can shake, you can, you know, have them be ride high and slide up. There's plenty of ways to get out from bottom there.
35 seconds to go in the third period. 5-1 in favor of Gomes of Morris Knolls. He's working the top, trying to turn, but he can ride this out and get a decision. 20 seconds to go. Smolinski back to his feet for a second, chopped back down by Gomes, who's just really used the arms as weapons to keep Smolinski from getting a base. 3 seconds. Nothing on that. 5-1 the final at 126 pounds. 3-point decision, 11-4 the lead for Morris Knolls.
Hey, John, who's our local sponsors for today?
Our local sponsors for today are Bell, Shivas, and Bell, attorneys at law, Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar. They're our title sponsors with support from Harmony Heating, Darconnery Santos Padilla of Century 21 Crystal Realty, Hibernia Diner, Missy's Main Street Cafe, and 100% Chiropractic. We're to 132. It should be.
Now, this is Board versus Levin.
Board for Knolls and Levin for Hills. Board in this different green and gold singlet than we've seen. Levin, Josh Levin, in the gray with red trim of the Scarlet Knights of Morris Hills. 11-4, a 7-point lead for Morris Knolls. Takedown there by Levin. He's got 3, and he's continuing to work it. They're out of bounds.
No backs there, but great job holding it right there.
Levin drives forward from the top position and goes for the tilt right off the bat. Using his hand to try to push Board's shoulder down. Couldn't do it, gets 3 back points and a 6-0 lead.
Hills obviously would love a pin here.
Pin cuts the lead to 1.
And this is what I'm talking about. If you look at this squad and said, you know, how will they match up with everything? You look at the records, and you know, people notice. They go, okay, let's look at the records. Knolls should be the favorite on paper.
Exactly.
But Hills has that depth and can actually just put guys out there, mix and match their lineup, and flip some of those coin flip matches.
Board tried to get back to his feet briefly. Levin's trying to work a cradle here. He's trying to work far shoulder, near leg. Stoppage for out of bounds. We're going to restart with Board on bottom. 11.9 seconds to go in the first period. 6-0 the lead for Josh Levin of Hills. He gets a caution here for jumping the start.
I'm actually surprised there hasn't been more cautions because the energy in this gym is ridiculous. I mean, we're across the map, but I mean, still, you know, the energy you hear, how you can hear anything in this gym.
You've got me. Normally we can pick up little things that the coaches are yelling to their wrestlers, trying to advise them during matches. We can't hear a thing. Shot and a big mat return by Levin, a 3-point takedown to make it 9-0. And continuing to work the back. Torques board back. Going for wrist control. He has tight waist with his right arm. Board trying to get up out of this. He turns. Levin maintains his grip. They're out of bounds and will restart with Levin on top. 1:26 to go in the second period. 9-1 his lead at 132 pounds. Levin in the gray of Morris Hills.
Now, if I'm correct here, looking at how this goes, I think Ryder Stanback is going to wrestle Brody Frank next. And then I could see...
Kind of interested in that.
That's really going to be a really good one. And then Coach Vasily could then bump up Pierno or Teixeira, let them wrestle 144, either one of them, and then you got a couple other ones. The one really I'm looking for, 165, Luke Shivas versus Tyler DeSanto, if that's what we get. That should be a good one.
That's another good one. Board shot a single, wasn't able to finish it, and Levin's managed to swing himself around. He's trying to work a roll here. We're coming up on 30 seconds to go in the second period. 12-1 the lead for Josh Levin of Morris Hills.
So here's what my thinking is now with the new rules, as if I was in a coach's situation. I don't remember who had choice in the second. I think it was Levin. If you're bored and you come out in the third and you're down, you're up, 3 from a tech or along those lines, if you happen to give up some points, I take neutral. The moment they grab you, I fall down. Let the takedown happen. I don't want to call it a flop, but especially now you're getting some points here.
Levin going for the
It's over. It's over. It's going to be that works as well.
That works. 4 back points.
Levin getting the gym fired up.
Tech fall. And that brings Morris Hills within 2, 11-9. .138 up next.
This looks like it's Frank versus Stambach, like I thought.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Well, I also don't have to confirm because I heard somebody yell, "Let's go Ryder," and the other one goes, "Come on, Brody." So unless there's another Ryder or Brody on these teams.
Exactly.
That's why I get paid the big bucks. I listen.
Solid work.
The deduction skills are through the roof.
And this is going to be this is an interesting match.
These are two of the better wrestlers for both teams, so this will be big. Whoever can win, no matter how they win, neutralizing the other guy.
Wrestle for out of bounds. They both kept that work until the very last second. Ryder Steinbach in the green for Morris Knolls. Brody Frank in the gray for Morris Hills. Morris Knolls lead 8-0 at one point is now 11-9. Little bit of an attempt at a shot by Frank. They end up out of bounds. We'll restart. No score thus far in the first period here at 138 pounds with 10 seconds to go. No score after one at 138 pounds. You know, they're two evenly matched quality wrestlers. Kind of not a surprise.
No. This is, you know, these are two guys who wrestled very well in the MCT recently. So, you know, this is one of those, like you said, this isn't you're sending somebody out there hoping they win and, you know, flip a match. This is two good kids and you're hoping to neutralize somebody else.
Brody Frank of Hills first on the board with a 1-point escape. Knolls finished 10th in the MCT, Hills 14th. That tournament won by Mount Olive, where we'll be Monday night.
I like your segue, sir. You do a great job.
It's a living. They swing out of bounds. 29 seconds gone in the second period. Still 1-0 in favor of Frank of Morris Hills. Working out of bounds again. Such an even matchup.
Yeah, like I said, two really great kids and talented wrestlers. Usually you don't get to see matchups like this because there's a lot of bumping around. But I think it's a great job by both coaches to kind of force the other one's hand and put both these guys out there at the same time.
A little more than a minute gone in the second period. A lot of locking up, not a lot of shots. Inside 30 seconds in the second period. These guys stay in bounds too. It's one thing that's made this a nice match to watch. They get close to the line, but they work their way back into play as opposed to taking the restart.
Yeah, they know exactly where they are.
And on cue,
you get
they
one.
go outside for the restart with 3.5 seconds to go.
Always happens that way.
I knew he was going to. Let him get a breath. 1-0 in favor of Brody Frank of Morris Hills after two periods at 138 pounds. 11-9 the team score in favor of Morris Knolls in this Battle of Rockaway. John Kovach, Donald J. Brower coming to you from Matt's side. Frank started on top. He's trying to work a roll here. Has his leg, trying to hook the leg over top. Standbach, trying to hold his base. Could they stalemate this at some point?
I think they might here in a second or two, but I think they're going to let him wrestle a little bit. Maybe now, because there really hasn't been a lot of movement, I can see possibly. You can almost see in Kessel's head the internal count. And I think we're going to get a whistle here.
There it is.
You could almost see it as he was walking around, just kind of that internal count in his head. Like, all right, no action.
Just really looking and really a technical look. Tied up. Escaped by Standbeck out of nowhere. And we're tied at 1 with 45 seconds to go in the third period. Yeah, you could see him technically looking at the whole. What can he do from here? What can he do from here? What are they working? You know what? This isn't going anywhere. Let's restart.
Well, the Hills bench, after that last one, wanted a stalling on Stombach, saying he went out of bounds. Circled in right there and took it. So, trying to say sweep the arm, go for the leg. Is that what the coach was saying?
I couldn't tell. 30 seconds. We're inside 30 seconds. 20 seconds to go.
I can't even tell when they're starting to whistle.
No, it's
I don't
very
hear
tough
nothing.
to hear.
This is a loud, raucous gym. This is what high school wrestling should be.
Yes, it is. They're both trying to get the takedown here.
I think it's going overtime.
I do too. Nothing's been awarded. Wait a minute. No points there. There's regulation. Stombach's looking for a takedown. His coaches and his bench are looking for a takedown. Nothing given. We're going to overtime, tied at 1.
Now, no wrestler has been hit with a stall warning that I know of.
No, there's not been a stall warning yet here. Guess we're watching this on the monitor, Don.
Yeah.
Frank tries the shot. It's countered by Stombach. He gets the 3-point takedown and the win, 4-1.
Great job by Knolls there. Bolette is livid.
Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling, or go to YouTube, Garden State HS Wrestling. Watch, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you think we should be doing. We're at 144. The lead now 5 for Morris Knolls. We start out of bounds. Ryan Perno for Morris Knolls in the green. And Andrew Mucci for Morris Hills. Mucci with the 3-point takedown. And working the roll. He's got him tilted. Bridge by Perno. Mucci has the leg hook. He's wrenching the upper body back, trying to turn those shoulders, shifting his weight higher up.
I think it's close.
Onto Perno's chest. Perno turns back into it. 4 back points and a 7-0 lead.
What you just saw there from Perno, all heart. You know how many kids could have given up, just let that pin happen? He didn't. He fought off. That'll be a big difference here depending on what happens the rest of this batch.
Strong crossface cranked in by Mucci. As Perno tries to get to a base, Mucci takes his arm out. 7-0 in favor of Mucci of Morris Hills in the gray after one at 144 pounds, 14-9, a 5-point lead for the Golden Eagles of Morris Knolls. Duck and a feinted a shot by Perno, pulls himself out of it.
Perno's still being real aggressive here. That's what you want. Somebody fights up their back and then comes out and tries to be aggressive. Mucci's in on a shot.
Got the single leg. Drives for 3 more. It's 10-0 in favor of Mucci. He's going to get back points here.
Perno's got to fight off, but he doesn't. Hills takes the lead, 15-14.
The first lead of the night for the Scarlet Knights of Morris Hills. A great match at 144. Quick shot right off the bat. A big mat takedown. Big mat return. Again, we can't hear the announcements because the gym is still rocking from the prior match, especially after that pin that gave Morris Hills its first lead, and they're trying to build on that right now. It's Alex Casarubas.
That's the name I was given.
It sounded like what they were chanting from the student section. So I would go with that against
Cole Teixeira.
Cole Teixeira. Casaruba with a 5-point lead as we come up on 30 seconds to go. Trying to get these names for you as quickly as we can. You can feel the intensity in this gym right now. I feel the excitement building. Attempt at a move by Teixeira. Countered. Casarubia works from the top, keeps Teixeira down.
Like, we can hear the Knolls kid when he comes out, but then they start screaming, and the announcer eats the mic, and there's so many names that sound similar on this team, it's hard to get it.
We're at 150 pounds. Morris Hills has just taken its first lead of the night, 15-14. 7 matches to go. We're about midway through. Working from the top is Casarubia. But Teixeira trying to get to a base. Again, these teams have alternated wins, with the road team winning the last 4. So Hills won last year 40-25 at Knolls. Knolls won the last time they were here, 34-27 in 2022-23. Casarubia trying to work a stall warning against Teixeira of Knolls. 15 seconds to go in the second period. 5-0 the score. No points in this second period. 5-0 will go to the third. Shot there by Casarubia. He's got the left leg. They'll restart neutral after going out of bounds with 1:27 to go in the third period. Casarubia of Morris Hills with a 5-0 lead.
Both men don't want to make a mistake this late in the match.
Casarubia with the shot. He's got the right leg, but swinging around is Teixeira. Teixeira's spun it. They keep saying Kyle, and I don't see a Kyle on that sheet. And it's Teixeira now trying to get the tilt with 38. He's got time, and he's got position.
It's Kayo, not Cole. That's what they're saying.
Thank you.
I heard
Thanks,
the same
guys.
thing.
So it's Kyle Teixeira. Kyle Teixeira trying to work. Still doesn't have any points out of this combination. And he's 7 seconds from the end of this. He really needs a turn here.
Just has to hold.
Yeah, they got to stop that. Potentially, I was going to say 10 seconds ago, this looks like a submission hold.
Injury time here.
And Casarubia, who's led this match since the outset, 5-0, is getting checked for an injury.
Trying to say it was by the elbow.
Here's your grammar lesson for tonight, Don. The student section saying you can't do that. Actually, you can, but you may not under the rules.
Casarubia is your winner.
5-0, a 3-point decision, and an 18-14 lead for the host Morris Hills. Again, our title sponsors tonight, Bell, Shivas, and Bell, attorneys at law, Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar. Our local sponsors, Harmony Heating, Darcona Santos Padilla of Century 21 Crystal Realty, Hibernia Diner, Missy's Main Street Cafe, and 100% Chiropractic. And Garden State HS Wrestling's coverage of New Jersey high school wrestling throughout the season is sponsored by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. Long lag here before we send anybody out at 157. So something tells me that this is Tyler Cott from Morris Knolls.
I think this is Wands. Wands for Hills.
Jack Wands. He'll be into gray. Tyler Cott into green and gold. 18-14, a 4-point lead for Morris Hills. Shot by Cott and a takedown. Three 0 the lead for Cott. We're at 157 pounds, and Cott is working this hard. He wants to turn shoulders. He wants to give that lead back to his Golden Eagles. Has the shoulders exposed. They roll through it.
No points.
Potentially dangerous. I was beyond potentially dangerous, but they'll start referee's position. Cott on top. Wands of Morris Hills on bottom. Cott goes tight waist and throws him down. Riding a 3-0 lead. Coming up on a minute to go in the first period. We're at 157 pounds. 18-14 the team score in favor of Morris Hills after 2 straight wins by the Scarlet Knights.
The only thing that would make this better is this somehow came down the criteria.
Don't rule it out.
It's very close.
But you look at the recent history between these schools, and they're all 1-2 match victories. And good turn by Cott. He had the shoulders there. He shot the half, turned the upper body. 4 back points for Cott, but Wands rolls through it and keeps himself alive. Jam-packed gym, not a lot of room to move. Seven 0 in favor of Tyler Cott of Morris Knolls after 1 period at 157 pounds.
Now this is interesting because we've talked about this in the past, how much the scoring system has changed the strategy. Because now you're up 7, what do? Do you let them up? Do you try to go for a turn? Obviously, if you're Cott, you want to try to get a tilt here. So you take top instead of going neutral when you took him down relatively easy, because you don't want to, if you get a turn, you don't want to give up that 3 points or get that 3 points as you would have if you got a takedown involved with it. So it gives you an extra turn, no pun intended, to get a turn.
Absolutely.
Gonna let him up.
7-1 now. In favor of Cott in the green. Cott with the double leg. Adds 3, makes it 10-1. That's what you want when you cut a guy loose. Concede the point, get 3 right back.
As you see Coach Vasily there, trying to slide up, try to hook a half in that position. Gonna let him up. We're in major decision territory right now.
10-2. The lead for Tyler Cott of Morris Knolls in the green. This one of those weird alignments of the planets where the referee and the 2 wrestlers are in an absolute straight line, just like Jupiter, Mars, and Venus are.
Oh, nice job. He gets a takedown, tries to do like his coach said, runs him around, lifts, is getting the swipes. This might end as a tech for, what did he get? He got the takedown.
He got the takedown, and he got 2. It's 15-2. He's 2 points. He's 2 points from the tech fall with 45 seconds to go in the second period. That 5 points, if this goes tech fall, it would give Morris Knolls a 1-point lead, 19-18. He's got the half.
If he goes for it, he's got to run something that gets him points and the pin.
Coming up on 15 seconds to go in the second period. He may run out of time here. Trying to get to his base is Wands. Second period ends 15-2 in favor of Cott. Again, our coverage all year long sponsored by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. Cott starts on top. He is 2 points from a tech fall here at 157 pounds.
I think he's going for the pin here.
I do too.
Got that wrist underneath. He'll try to use it as a lever as he tries to get him to roll over here if he can sneak around and get a half.
Continuing to run this, trying to get his legs. I think he's trying to get to the other side of Wands. I think he's trying to get to Wands' left. But he says now he's going to cut him. 15-3. A takedown here would end it.
The only thing he could go for here is if he wants to, he's got the lead, go for a throw, because they will give it to you if it's continuous to the back. But if he takes him down here, it's over.
Shoots the single. Pulls in the right leg. Mat return, he's got the back, he's got the takedown, he's got the tech fall. With 55 seconds left in regulation. And Morris Knolls is now back in the lead, 19-18. Bell, Shivers & Bell, attorneys at law, experience, trust, and results. 150 Mineral Springs Drive, Rockaway, New Jersey, 07866. Call them at 973-442-7900 or check them out online, bsblawgroup.com. 165 on the mat. And a 1 point lead for Morris Knolls after that win by Tyler Cott at 157. DeSanto versus Shivas. Shivas of Morris Knolls in the green, DeSanto of Morris Hills in the gray and red.
Knolls would love a pin here from Shivas, whose father is the Shivas and Bell, Shivas and Bell.
I had a feeling. Shivas with the takedown in 3. Tight waist, near arm. He is going for the turn early. He wants 6. Trying to climb over the top. Coming up on a minute to go in the first period at 165 pounds.
I'll tell you what, it's been an exciting matchup. This entire meet.
The whole night.
Even with the youth kids, everybody got into it. The JV. I mean, how many times do you see a gym pack for JV?
Oh, and loud for JV. I mean, they were screaming. Stoppage will restart at center of the mat. DeSanto on bottom. Shivas in the Morris Knolls green on top. DeSanto tries a turn, but turns right into Shivas. Shivas with the 3-0 lead. We're inside 30 seconds to go in the first period.
What's smart about what Shivas is doing here, he's trying to get a turn, but he's not trying to get a cheap turn where he gets the points. He wants the pin, and by giving up that cheap turn and doing something like that, all it does is run your clock of what you could do in the second and third period.
Yeah, he's using an economy of moves here. He's been in control. He's wrenched DeSanto all over the mat.
He also wants to see what he maybe, it's sort of like that first period, playing a little chess. What can I use? If I'm pulling on him here, can I use that later on when I get in? As we get a shot in there by DeSanto. Shiv is holding on.
Shivas rolls him over. They roll through. Now DeSanto back on top. 3 for DeSanto. We're tied.
Might have a reversal here. We're going to get the reversal.
2 for Shivas.
Almost had back punch. He's still holding on to that arm. If he can float over, pull him back. He sinks it in. He's got the time. He literally can just lay on him. He's got 1:14 here. Just run it. Sucking that head up and in.
He's got
trying to lift up.
A little bit
and
there.
He gets the pin. Great job by Luke Shivas. Put that headlock on, pulled up on the head, put all the weight in, locked him down, and also said he really can't hear the student section. Morris Knolls leads 25-18.
And that's a 2-match advantage now. You can't make that up in one match. Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar, 68 East Route 46, Rockaway, 973-625-4900 or brick46.com. We move on to 175. That was an exciting match. A 25-18 lead now for Morris Knolls with 4 matches remaining. That's a 2-match advantage for the Golden Eagles. DiMarzio
And Montoya for Knolls.
From Morris Hills and Montoya for Morris Knolls.
Four bouts left here. Obviously, Hills is going to want to get some sort of win here.
They need to. They need points. And they've come alive on the takedown by DiMarzio. 3-0, DiMarzio of Hills leads. Right in front of his bench, trying to keep a point of contact in the circle. They're out of bounds and they'll restart. .51 seconds to go in the first period. DiMarzio cuts Montoya. 3-1 now. The lead for DiMarzio of Morris Hills in the gray. Coming up on 30 seconds. Stall warning against, we had a stall warning against Montoya. We had a shot by DiMarzio, and we had a little late throw that elicited some reaction from the crowd.
That always seems to happen, though, especially on the edge there. You know, gets a little chatter from both sides depending on where you're at. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Today's action is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, the Harrington Company's Forum Coffee and Performance Trophies, the official sponsor of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. I'm Donald J. Brower here with John Kovach. We are in Rockaway, New Jersey. Morris Hills versus Morris Knolls. Knolls leads 25-18.
3-1 in favor of DiMarzio.
Hills leads 3-1 in this match with 4 matches to, well, including this match, 4 matches to go. Big moment so far was the pin by Luke Shivas last period. Kind of gave them a little breathing room, but you know you still got to get out there and perform.
The pin by Shivas was big, and the Alex Mucci win at 144 for Hills. Trading shots here. Nobody getting the takedown. Now DiMarzio has the right leg, drives through. 3 for DiMarzio, a 6-1 lead.
Losing by a decision or a major decision here is fine. You do not want to trade pin for pin.
No.
And have go into the last 3 matches with Hills only down by 1.
No. They're letting this go on the edge. They have a point of contact in the circle. That is a hard armbar that DiMarzio had in.
I'm surprised with DiMarzio, you know, and where they're sitting at. He's not trying to push the action out of bounds and doing something again as we get a stalemate here. You know, he's up by 5, but you obviously want to get bonus points here.
Right.
So he seemed content to just kind of be on the edge there.
A 3-point decision makes it 25-21. You still need bonus points to tie it.
What you want to do, especially what you're doing here, is if you win, you've got to get a bonus point here or there. You don't want to have to rely on your heavyweight or any other guys to come out and pin to make up a difference.
And this is going to come down to the big guys because we started at 106 like traditionally.
Which is, it always has to come down to the big guys. The heavyweights are the most important weight in wrestling. You know, I don't care what anybody says. That's the most important weight. You know, I wrestled it. I mean, it's obviously the most important weight.
I can't argue it, Don.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't, and I won't. I'll hear from it. I'll hear about it from multiple fronts. No, my brother alternated 89 and heavy when he wrestled at Mount Olive.
Montoya's going to take neutral here.
6-1 after 1. Excuse me, 6-1 after 2.
DiMarzio in on a shot. Montoya blocking it, gives it up. 9-1.
Now we're in major decision territory for DiMarzio, and he cuts him. $140 to go in regulation at 175 pounds.
Question for you, John. Who are some of our local sponsors?
Our local sponsors tonight are Bell Shivas and Bell, attorneys at law. Brick 46 Restaurant and Bar. Harmony Heating. Darconery Santos Padilla of Century 21 Crystal Realty. Hibernia Diner. Missy's Main Street Cafe. And 100% Chiropractic. And another takedown for DiMarzio. Opens his lead up to 12-2. He's back into major decision territory. Inside a minute to go in the third period. Now the major makes it 25-22. And Hills can tie or take the lead with any victory. 3 matches remain after this one.
If you're Montoya here, you don't want to get into the tech fall. You want to battle, not get pinned, obviously, but you also want to keep it to where it's only 4. 3 points, that's a decision. You know, you still have some breathing room if you're Knolls. When it gets to the bonus points, that's going to be the issue with a tech fall or a pin.
We're 15 seconds from it being a major decision as DiMarzio tries to pull Montoya back into the circle.
And honestly, if I'm Montoya, just lay on your stomach. You haven't been hit with a stalling yet. You're not going to get banged for anything. Give up the major decision, walk away, have your team with a lead by 3.
That's pretty much how he handled it. And it's a major for DiMarzio, 12-2. And it cuts the Morris Knolls lead to 3. 25-22 as we move to 190 pounds. I heard Wagner, so I can say Anthony Wagner from Knolls.
And Cortese for Hills.
Cortese?
Yes.
We're at 190. We've got 190, 215, and 285 left to decide this intertown match between Morris Hills and Morris Knolls. Takedown by Cortese and a 3-0 lead for Morris Hills. Cortez into gray. Back to his feet is Wagner, but torqued back down by Cortez. Wagner spins, they're out of bounds. Again, our coverage all season brought to you by Champion Athletes Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. 45 seconds to go in the first period. 3-0 the lead for Cortese of Morris Hills. He's going to add to that, perhaps. No points yet. He's coming off the throw. He's
still got him on the takedown from before. 3-0 he leads. And this is what I mean. You know, even if you give up a regular decision here, it's still tied. Let it, you know. And now, I don't know, you can count real quick, John, while we're looking at this. What is the bout split so far? Do you have who?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. It's 6-5 right now in favor of Knolls.
Okay. So if Hills wins this, it would be 6-6. And if they
6-6 with
split,
2 to go.
then it's 7-7. That's going to come down to the end.
This has been I was looking forward to this rivalry, but this has lived up to it and then some all night tonight. Cortese with another takedown.
6-0. Might get a stall warning here against Cortez. Yep, I saw it. He's still holding on.
Wrenches Wagner down. They're just barely in. Now they're out. 1:08 to go in the second period. Cortese with the 6-0 lead. We're at 190 pounds.
Lets them get up 6-1.
$50 seconds to go in the second period. Cortese fakes a shot. A lot of hand checking going on. Some head grabs. There's a shot for the double by Wagner. Here they come. Out of bounds. They stop just barely on the mat. Don't worry, Don. I'll make sure you're okay. Takedown there with authority by Cortese, and his lead is now 9-1. 15 seconds to go in the second period. (9-1) in favor of Cortese of Morris Hills after 2 periods at 190 pounds. We're in major decision land here. If it stays unchanged, it would give Hills a 1-point lead, 26-25.
Now I'm really hoping, as he's holding on here, he might get hit again. He's holding him in the hands. He might get banged here. He's going to get hit again.
Got it. And a point.
Going to let him up. 9-3.
Those are big points because now you're not in 8. You need an 8-point difference for the major.
If you're Wagner here, you know, you're down 6. That's tough. Don't worry about trying to get a pin. Get in there and get a takedown. Cut this to a regular decision.
Just keep it tight.
Keep it close. Come out of this tied and, you know, and turn it over to your big men. The MVPs of wrestling. Wagner in on a shot.
Shoots the double.
Gonna try to, and comes around. That's a great job. That's exactly what I was talking about. Wagner lets him up. He should have held him down there. Gonna go for another shot if he can get him.
Countered by Cortese. They're out of bounds right in front of us. So now you're at 10-6. Wagner with a takedown and some back points could flip this match in the final 45 seconds.
If I'm Wagner, I just want to get a takedown and hold him. Keep it 3. You got to take a good shot. Just like that's going to get the 3. Now if he can work up a little bit, don't give up the reversal, which he does.
Gives up the reversal.
But that's still fine. Belly out, lay there. You have it, get up. You get up, it's 12-10. Then it's any man's battle right there.
12-9 right now, 15 seconds to go. Cortese of Morris Hills on top. Wagner's come to life late in this match. He's trying to sit and turn. Ike's trying to get a reversal. Ike's going to run out of time.
But it's going to tie this match up.
$25 all with 2:15 and 2:85 still to go. Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X at GardenStateHSW, or on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. 2:15 on the mat. We're trying to get you the names. This gym is loud. But this will be decided in a, and that's, they're going at each other with hand checks. Maybe a little more behind it. $25-25. Knolls and Morris Hills tied with 2 matches to go, 2:15 and 2:85. The big men will settle it here in Rockaway. We've got Ochoa of Morris Hills in the gray, Flamia of Morris Knolls in the green. No scoring so far. We're a minute into the first period. However this ends, this place is going to be bedlam.
One side's going to be thrilled. The other side is not going to be too happy.
A lot of pushing, shoving, and hand checking. 31.5 seconds to go in the first period. No score so far.
Rocking up.
Ochoa of Morris Hills in the gray, Flamia of Morris Knolls in the green and gold. Morris Hills fans behind us want a stalling call. Sidestep there by Flamia. He comes back to the center. No score after 1. At 2:15, our next to last match in a tie match. We're next to the Morris Knolls student section, in case you couldn't tell. Locked up again. These guys are going at it hard. There is no score. They're out of bounds. No score. 15 seconds into the second period. We're at 215 pounds. Still locked up. Matthew Ochoa from Morris Hills in the gray. Marcello Flamia from Morris Knolls in the green. No score. 45 seconds to go in this second period. Just a lot of locking up.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens at the end of this period, how it changes the path of the third period.
Break them up. They're going to start him neutral. 19 seconds to go in the second period. No score at 215 pounds. Out of bounds. We'll restart with 2 seconds to go in the middle stanza. Don, I don't know that I have words for it. I mean, this has been just intensity.
And they're going to go neutral again. This is what's interesting. I don't know why they didn't shoot one of them choose down if they didn't think they could get up.
They're going at it so hard, standing up.
Well, Flamia also has the stall warning. Poke in the eye.
Just got it in the eye.
Ochoa moving in. Flamia's got to push forward. He's got the stall warning.
He's got to keep the feet working forward. Misses a grab there.
In on a shot. Gives up the takedown.
Ochoa takes advantage of a miss by Flamia and takes a 3-point lead. Little over a minute. There's the escape for Flamia.
Now remember, Flamia does have a stall warning. And this works for Ochoa. He doesn't have to do anything. He's up by 2.
No, he can just chill right now, as long as he keeps pushing forward. We've got another stoppage. They're talking about the contact to the face, which there's been a fair amount of. They circle, coming up on 40 seconds left in the third period at 215 pounds. This duel is tied at 25. A 2-point lead in this 215-pound match for Matthew Ochoa of Morris Hills in the gray. 25 seconds to go. Flamia's got to start moving his feet. It's getting intense out there. We're at 6 seconds to go. Late shot by Flamia is countered. I think he got him in the face again. But time runs out.
Hills is going to go up 28-25.
A 3-1 decision for Matthew Ochoa. Bell, Shivas, and Bell, attorneys at law, bringing you tonight's match. Experience, trust, results. 150 Mineral Springs Drive in Rockaway. It comes down to 285. Stoppage for some headgear repair. We're trying to get the names over the crowd noise. It's Nick Petrosini.
Petrosini, Tortellini, I don't know.
And Lucas Nagua. Lucas Nagua in the green for Knolls. Nick Petrosini in the gray for Morris Hills. A 3-point lead for the hosts against their crosstown rivals.
They're going to hit Nagua with a stall warning.
No point, just a warning.
Nagua's gotta win this match for Knolls to have a chance. 3-point win sends it to criteria. 4-point win gives them any type of bonus, gives them the win.
Exchanging a lot of high lockups. A duck behind and a mat return by Nagua. A 3-point takedown. Coming up on 30 seconds to go in the first period at 285. That duck behind and mat return gives Nagua and Morris Knolls a lead in this match. Trying to get to his feet is Petrosini. Continuing to ride him is Nagua. The escape awarded. 3-1 now in favor of Nagua with 10 seconds to go in this first period at 285 pounds. Don, I hope my wife. Oh, big takedown by Petrosini. Now
He's going to give it up. Nagua gets the reversal. He's going to hook the half. He's rolling. They're going to say no. End of the period. End of the period.
The period ended, and I believe it's 3 for Nagua, not a reversal. They did not.
It was he escaped. So it was a takedown for 3. They didn't give it to Petrosini because they let him wrestle. 6-1, no back points.
That's what I've got. That's what I've got. I'm trying to make sure I'm right. I hope my wife doesn't expect me to talk a lot tomorrow, Don.
No, tomorrow's a day of rest for me.
Petrosini on back, riding, he's trying to get the turn. Nagua swings it back the other way. A 2-point reversal for Nagua.
He's going to hold the back, and he gets the pin.
He gets the pin.
Knolls wins. Knolls wins on a pin at heavyweight.
It's going to be 31-28, the final score. A lot of celebration from the Knolls wrestlers. They're waving at the Morris Hills student section. The Knolls student section directly in front of us, waiting to join their classmates on the mat. Follow us on social media, GardenStateHSWrestling.com on Facebook, at Garden State HSW on X, formerly known as Twitter, and at Garden State HS Wrestling on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. your teams, your counties, your sites. Want to be a sponsor on great matches like this as we come into the States, as we can see the celebration, the Morris Knolls student section mobbing the team. How do you want to become a sponsor? Click on your logo here or email us at admin@gardenstatehswrestling.com. We'll get back to you. Get your message out on exciting broadcasts like this.
Coming to the Harrington press box, John Kovach, Donald Brower. Wow. I mean, you want to talk about an end of a match. Came down, what did I say? Came down to the heavyweights.
Came down to the heavies.
He floated in, did Nagoa, waited for Petrosine. Petrosine went for a takedown, floated over, hooked the half, got the pin. Great job by that heavyweight there in doing what he did. I mean, he's got to be a wrestler of the match. I mean,
there's no question. I was trying to decide it. I was making little notations and stars, but then you have Lucas Nagwa of Morris Knolls come out, and when the Golden Eagles needed it the most, he records a pinfall at 185 and gives them a 31-28 victory in the crosstown match.
Well, listen, I had a great time tonight. We're not done for the season yet. We're going to be at Mount Olive. We're going to be doing the first round and semifinals of the North 1 Group 4 Sectional Championship. We'll both be on the call there. Then we're going to come together for the main one.
Let's work down how that's going to work. We'll have 2 matches to start the night at 5 o'clock.
Yes, and then they're going to wrestle right after. It should be about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Then the winners will wrestle right after that, like Don said. I'm looking forward to that.
And then we're going to have some stuff we're doing for sectionals, a lot of other stuff. We'll have the podcast up this Sunday. But for John Kovach, John, great job tonight.
That was tremendous. That was good stuff.
And for Zach with the great camera shots, I'm Donald J. Brower. We'll see you this week.